This is a vacuum former. What it's going to do is allow me to make this piece of plastic to be able to do some casting and plastics with. What we've got here is a piece of plastic. It's starting to get soft because this area where it says warning, there's a heating element in there. Bring it over that plastic. It's going to now melt that plastic, and you're going to see that plastic start to droop right here over our mold. This is just simply a hollow piece of wood with some holes drilled in it, very small holes in it. And when this is all put together and everything goes into place, we're going to flip a switch and it's going to pull a vacuum through these large holes here and through the center of the former. That's going to cause the plastic that will be draped over it at that point to suck in and become hard. So it will end up looking like that. And you can see these creases along the side where the plastic was pulled into this area. What we do with this while we're waiting for the plastic is starting to sag, but it's got to sag a lot more. We put in some parts of mold similar to the wooden mold with the sanding, and then we're going to pour in, I'm not going to do it because it would be kind of wasteful, we're going to pour in, we would normally pour in a blue silicon material. And we cover up that part, and 24 hours later, this silicon rubber, see how it bends a little bit? Is our mold. Here's one that has two parts to it, and then you pour in a urethane plastic, a hard plastic. Of course, it's melted at the time, or liquid. It's two-part epoxy. It's not epoxy, two-part polyurethane. It hardens, you pull it out, and you have a place to put your USB sticks on your desk. Kind of sad that we can't run it this way. In the summer, we would if we could be here in person, and you could stamp your initials in it, and you could look at the initials. You probably can't see it, but somebody's initials are there, and you could say, oh yeah, that OJ guy. Great football player, a little weird though, a little possessive. But we can't do that. Well, we're starting to sag, but it's not out to where you can see it in the camera yet, and it's not sagged enough, but it's about there. Once it starts, it goes pretty fast. I think the camera will see this just as easily if I raise it up so you can see down the bottom of this thing. Hopefully you can see that it's sagging. My finger's even with the top, now it's down at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and start the process here. The heat it up for just a little bit longer so that when I start closing it, I will be able to. What I'm doing, this is up so high, there's a hand wheel that allows me to turn the mold up into the plastic. And I think you'll be able to see it coming through right about now. And you can see, I hope, the mold coming up through the molten plastic in all the way. And hopefully you can see it pull in. It looks like this was an old piece of plastic and not in very good shape. It does require a little bit of effort, but this would still be acceptable as a flask for the plastic. There it is.